on my Friday show, and then Monday on this show, I'll be ready to give you some new stuff.
Appreciate those thoughts, Money Mark. How is London?
Oh, how's London? London is cold. I live in Miami Beach, so it's 80 every day.
Oh, cool! I can share screen. That's pretty cool.
I have some friends over there that I was hearing it was a little bit nice the last couple of weeks, but it was getting chilly again. Was the report I got. So hope you're enjoying your time over there. Appreciate you joining even from across the pond. Sorry I was late unmuting there. Go ahead, Ben.
Money Mark, I think I told you about PBI on this show a few months ago. Did you ever look into that? Any thoughts on that? They got earnings this week.
Haven't gotten a chance to. It was with such a focus on the economy and the impact on our existing positions. Wanted to make sure that we had all that buttoned up, obviously making those big decisions on E4 and TSSI. But yeah, we're going to get to Pitney Bowes ASAP on that. But on Kodak, I'm with you. And I do think it is underappreciated. And that's a great example of what I was saying, where you've got limited risk, underlying value in the name, but with great upside potential with some of the things that they can do in their operations.
Nice. Always good to get validation from a peer, so that's beautiful.
All right. Kyle, did you have any other picks or things on your radar that you're watching that you want to throw in the mix here?
Yeah, actually, I had a couple of names I could throw out. There's actually three of them. So the first one is Crexendo, CXDO. The second one will be MPTI, Mtron Industries. And then number three will be BK Technologies, BKTI. And the reason...
Hi, guys. I'm not sure if you can hear me. Can you hear me? You can? Cool. Loud and clear. Beautiful. I wanted to try out this channel. As you've noticed, I'm not going on TikTok lives so much. Honestly, because I don't feel like it. To be honest, like I've been busy with my work, with setting up my strategy, my trades, and I felt that going live on TikTok was a distraction for me. And at the end, it was not really. I mean, of course, it was very interesting, but I didn't feel like I wanted to continue things in Arabic specifically because I don't relate to Arabic. Like it's very interesting to be having the conversation in Arabic, but at the same time, it's not as technical as I want it to be. And so when it's not technical, it's boring for me. And I don't get to discuss the exciting things I want to discuss, like stocks, the market, the economy. And I can't even use the technical terms that I kind of know how to use, right? So I didn't wanna continue with this thing because it was bugging me, to be honest. It was bugging me. I can't talk about stock picks. I can't talk about like a proper analysis of the market. I can't discuss like GDP. I can't discuss inflation numbers in specific. I get comments like, how's the Dow going up or down? How's NASDAQ going up or down? And to be honest, like for me, it's not something that excites me. I mean, I understand there are other people that are kind of doing it as a business. I do it for fun. I don't do it as a business. I do it for fun, and I do it for the collective, because I believe that when I share things out loud, it helps me focus. It helps me look at things in a more objective way. And so that's why I took a break, like maybe 10 days, something like that. And then I decided to go fully in English, to have my conversations in English, to have my lives in English, to have my content fully in English, because I didn't find the technical crowd that I was looking for in the Arabic part of social media. So yeah, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I hope you understand how I'm perceiving things. And I know some of you were saying that they missed the live on TikTok, and I understand. I missed it too, but at the same time, it does not serve neither my purpose nor your purpose. And so, to be honest, like, it doesn't really help. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, and I hope you relate to what I'm talking about. So yeah. So so YouTube is better. I mean, it's a niche community. I like to discuss with you guys. I don't care about the numbers. I don't care if there are like 1,000 on this session, or 100, or even 10 or 5, as long as I'm able to discuss like the economy. You know, I'm able to discuss stocks. I'm able to discuss like things that really get me excited, because otherwise, like, it's pointless, right? And I can share my screen here. That's what I saw, which is something that we're going to try. So we're going to try to share the screen, see how it goes. Let's see. We're going to try to share the screen and see how it goes. But I'm going to just turn off all the other screens, because you have my WhatsApp, you have my account, just quite dangerous. You have my stuff, my notes, and everything in between. Okay, let's try to share the screen, see how it goes. I think it goes like this. Okay, let me try to take off this. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm trying now, guys. Okay, I'm trying. It's a window. I'm assuming this is it. Okay, let's see. Let's try it again. Wait. Okay. Not sure. Okay, let's try one. No? Let me know what so it's my first time trying this screen sharing. I'm gonna get used to it, but like for the first time, I'm not sure what you're seeing right now. What are you seeing, guys? Would love to get your opinion. Why are the total... Okay. We're gonna talk about the technicals. I'm just trying to solve my screen sharing issue. If you just give me a second. Black. Okay, black screen. Okay, cool. So we did something obviously wrong. So let's try to share another screen. Okay, I think it's Safari. Okay, let's try Safari. Why? Okay. No. Yeah, black screen for me. Yeah, for everyone, it seems. I need to learn how to share the screen. I don't know how to, honestly. Although I tried. I'm trying. Screen 1. No. Screen 2. Oh, and now I get it. Okay. Now I get it. I think I get it. That's why, because it was sharing. Okay. So let's see. Okay, I think it should work right now. I think it's gonna work right now. Okay, so let's take this here and let's see. Okay, let's pray together. Yes, we can do it. We can do it. Okay, let's see if you can. I hope it works. Okay, let's see. Can you see TradingView? Please tell me you can see TradingView, and I'm gonna start screaming. Yes! Okay, cool. Finally. Isn't it nicer than just sitting on a TikTok live and not being able to share the screen? What the fuck? Cool, cool, cool. Now let's see if we can add some music or not. Or I might need another laptop. Guess what? We've got the solution. Let's see. If we add music here in the background, just so that we can create a nice vibe and feel comfortable. Let's see. Okay, I think it's gonna work. Okay. No, what? Why the fuck am I? Switch account. I promise you I have premium on my account. And so I'm not sure why I have ads. You know, I think the best investment, guys, for anyone is YouTube Premium. No joke. It's YouTube Premium. Like literally no joke. Okay, let's see if it works. Okay, let's try. I think it's not gonna save the live, but I don't care, to be honest. Because it's copyrighted and you cannot watch it again. Whatever. Or should I put some free? No, fuck it. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Okay, can you hear me with the music, with TradingView on the side? Is it clear? All is confirmed? Yay! Cool. Cool. Affirmative. Let's go. Okay, cool. Wafi, now you can ask all your questions, whatever you want. So I'm gonna start talking about the market. Yeah, I'm super excited. I can share my screen. I'm gonna see what I can share in the next phase. But it's very exciting that we can at least have a conversation while basically being able to share the screen and share the chart and discuss the chart and discuss the numbers and discuss the data and everything. Cool. Super excited, guys. Super excited. Feeling comfortable about this up until now. Let's see how it goes, but feeling comfortable. Shoot me your questions if you'd like. And in the meantime, I'm gonna missed you, Amar. Missed you. Bolokki. I just replied to your tweet, actually, to your GM. But I'm super excited because now I can share with you the screen. Cool. Let's look at indices. Okay, let's look at indices together. Okay, what do we have? Wait, let me see if I zoom here. Do you zoom with me? Yeah, do you zoom with me? Okay, cool. Now, what do we have? We have, okay, Dow's up, Nasdaq's down, and then the S&P is pretty much at the same level. Now, the thing is, Nasdaq is down for many reasons. I'm gonna take you to the Max 7 Plus. So the way I do it, guys, is I have something called the Max 7 Plus. These are the stocks that I look at whenever I'm looking at the Nasdaq, okay? Because these are the stocks that kind of impact the Nasdaq, right? And so I want to look at those big stocks. I know there's the Mag 7, which are the biggest 7 stocks that moved the market for the past 2 years. But mine are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? I've added to those stocks. I've added MicroStrategy. I've added Netflix. I've added AMD. I think those stocks are also quite interesting when you're looking at the Nasdaq. When you're looking at how the Nasdaq is going to perform, is it going to go up, down, sideways? How is it going to do? And as you can see here, we've got 6 out of 10 in the red. Okay, and then we have Apple and MicroStrategy and Netflix that are bringing down the Mag 7 Plus. Okay, how do we expect the market to open? By looking at those numbers. Okay, when you look at those numbers, at the pre-market numbers for those stocks, it kind of gives you a glimpse on how the Nasdaq is going to perform. Okay, today we had heavy pressure from Tesla, heavy pressure from Amazon, heavy pressure from Netflix, Apple, and MicroStrategy. Okay, and that's gonna obviously lead the Nasdaq lower, and the other stocks are not really helping. So Google is up 0.6%, Meta's up 0.7%, Microsoft's up 0.6%, and then you've got AMD. That's the only one that's up 3%. But AMD has a very small very small impact on the Nasdaq. Although for me, it's very distinctive. It's very indicative of what's happening in tech stocks. AMD is very important, but that's purely from a qualitative perspective. If you look at the weighted basically at the weight of the stock on the Nasdaq is really minor. So being AMD, so you have to look at these things, right? When you look at those Mag 7 Plus, remember that there are stocks that have major impact. There are stocks that have major impact on the Nasdaq, be it Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Google, Apple, and MicroStrategy. The rest does have an impact. It does not have an impact in matters of weight, like when it comes to the calculation of the Nasdaq, but it does impact when it comes to the news. So here is the differentiation. This is whenever you're looking at the Nasdaq, if you're looking at how will it perform in the next few days, yes, you look at the Mag 7 Plus, okay? But if you're looking at literally how is it performing intraday, so during the session, those 7 stocks, if they turn during the session, those are going to have the biggest impact. So that's something you really need to pay attention to. If you look at the Nasdaq intraday and you're scalping the Nasdaq, looking at AMD up 3% is not going to be really kind of crucial in your decision making process whether to buy or sell Nasdaq. Okay, it just went down below $3%. Sorry. We have Disney earnings this week. Super interesting. We're gonna have to take a look at those. So I'm gonna drop some summary on Disney. You know, I shorted Disney from 110 all the way down to 82, and then I went out. Now it's sitting at 92. I literally have no idea what to do with it. No idea. Is it gonna go up, down, sideways? I have no freaking idea how it's gonna move. Because to be honest, there is no fundamental at this point. There is no fundamental analysis on Disney, and we're gonna look at the chart. Is similar. There is no clear direction on Disney. Is it gonna go all the way up to 100 or down to 80? We have no idea. I literally cannot predict what it's gonna do on earnings, so I'm not gonna be playing earnings for Disney. I don't believe. Listen, the thing is, management is so bad, so bad in Disney. So Disney has one of the worst, in my opinion, one of the worst boards out there. one of the worst boards out there, literally one of the worst boards, because they were supposed to be ousted, and there was a hostile, basically a hostile corporate action on them in the, like, I think in the spring of 2024, I think it was last year, and it failed, and management kept basically its position. Today we have Palantir. Oh yeah, cool. No, we're gonna talk about Palantir. So now it's sitting at literally this weird level. Like shareholders do not trust, like they really do not trust the board. They really do not trust the board. I mean, if I was owning shares of Disney, I would not trust the board. So again, I have no clue what to do with it. So I'm just gonna skip it, to be honest. I'm just gonna skip it. Nike is trading at 57. I have a position in Nike. I bought at 55. Actually 54.80. But I'm still buying. I'm buying Nike. I mean, I believe in Nike, to be honest. I believe in Nike. I think it's gonna go back to $65. I mean, doing this 10% on my trade on Nike is not bad, considering I could do much more. So my risk delta is not major. Is not major. My risk ratio on delta is on Nike is not major, because guys, I mean, buying at 54, 55, even if you buy now at 57, 70, and then holding to 65, making those 15% by the end of the year, I think it's very probable. It's very probable. So this is the kind of position that I would take. That's kind of not a safe position. I wouldn't call it safe, but I would call it kind of conservative. Like, this is a position I would take as a secondary position to my portfolio, knowing that I'm targeting a 20% result on my portfolio in net after taking off a lot of things internally. But like aiming at a 20%, doing that 15 on Nike is not bad. I think it could go even higher. I mean, everything that's higher than $65 is a win for me. So I would look at it from that perspective. And to be honest, like, having part or a position in your portfolio as part of a secondary trade in Nike is not bad. So the rest I'm looking at. Robinhood, you know my position on Robinhood. I'm buying Robinhood. It's Lucid earning tomorrow, I think. Oh, I'm not sure, Boloki. I'm not sure. Today is a test live, so I have nothing prepared, to be honest. We can check earnings now. We can go to the earnings calendar and check it out. But check it out on your end. Let us know if Lucid is tomorrow. Would be interesting. Would be interesting to see Lucid. Can you tell us the fundamental of Nike? I can tell you the fundamentals. Yeah, of course I can tell you the fundamentals. It's May 6th. Okay, cool. So we have Lucid tomorrow. What is Lucid doing? Let's see. I'm going to tell you the fundamentals on Nike, Jimmy. Of course. Lucid's down 5%. Ay. It seems Hertz digested the Bill Ackman stake. It got digested. Okay, Lucid is down. I'll check Lucid for you. Let's come back to Nike because Jimmy had asked me on the fundamentals. Okay, that's Nike. Let's go to Nike. Okay. So let's check Nike. Let me see if I can share the chart. Do you see the chart? Yeah, I think you see the chart. Yeah, I think you see the chart. Wow, finally I can share the chart with you guys. This is amazing. This is amazing. Yeah, what's happening with options calls for the next 4 days? Let's look at options. Let's see. I'm gonna check it for you because you guys have the free thing. So you go to Yahoo Finance and then you find Lucid Motors. Oh wait, did I press on Yahoo Finance or not? Wait, did I press Yahoo? Yahoo. I'm not used to. Why is it in Arabic? Okay, let's go. Okay, you go to Yahoo Finance, guys. You can do it. We could do it together. Do you really? Okay, you see here. That's the. Okay, cool, bro. Okay, that's the Lucid stock. You go here, and then you go to options. Okay, you go to options, and here you could check the May 9th one. We could check the May 9th one because we're betting on the earnings, and look at the call. These are the call options. So these are the call options, and these are okay, there we go. So these are call options here, and these are put options. So call options are basically contracts that are betting on the price going up. Cool. We have 16 people watching the live. That's cool. So we have basically the call options are contracts where investors are betting on the stock going up, and then put options are the contracts that are betting on the stock going down. So when you look at those contracts, you can see how are they performing, right? Here we can see the strike price. Wait, I'm gonna. Yeah, okay, cool. So it's gonna be difficult to get used to the sharing screen, but bear with me. Okay, the strike of 2.5 is what we want to look at. The 3.5 are pretty far away for May 9th, but the 2.5 gives us 2.5 and 2 give us kind of the most interesting perspective. So here, before you look at the performance, I want you to go look at the open interest. If you look here at the open interest and the volume, okay, you look here, this is what you want to see. Okay, look at the difference here with the volume, right, between the 1.5, the 2, and the 2.5, and then the ones that are on the higher end, the 3.5, and then the open interest, right? You want to look at those. Those are going to be the most kind of, in a way, informative for you. And here we can see that call options have dropped, right? Have dropped. Look at this, down 41%, down 16.9, down 16. So it's major. It's pretty major. And put options are actually up. So a lot of people, what? Okay, it's 2 cents. Okay, it's fine. But still, a lot of interest on the $2 put and the 2.5 put. Thanks, Preda, for noticing this. Okay, that's nothing. There is no interest here. But here you can see that like most investors are kind of betting on Lucid going down to the $2 level. Puts are up, calls are down. Exactly. So that's the thing. So here, like you're looking at the numbers, it's kind of directing us towards a negative result because you've got puts that are kind of on the upside. But again, we have to keep monitoring this. And it does not mean that the price is going to go down specifically. It just means that investors are betting on the downside. but we have to monitor. Okay, and what you want to do, that's a small trick, by the way. That's a small trick. What you want to do is when you look at the volume and open interest, right? You have to keep remembering, if you're trading, keep remembering the volume on the like 24-hour time frame, like 24 hours before earnings, and see if this increases drastically. Because sometimes some investors go in like literally 3 to 4 hours before earnings. Why? Because they have information. Okay, like to say it as blunt as it is, they have information. So instead of actually going and buying the stock, which would basically hold them accountable under Rule 10b-5 of like insider trading in the US, right? They would basically try to hide those contracts in different basically offshore accounts. So some people who have information, and remember, the Saudis are the biggest investors in Lucid, right? And so I'm not saying there is, but there might be, there just might be some leaks when it comes to information on Lucid, because one of the major shareholders is a country that's pretty much closed down. It's not really as transparent as the US, although they're doing a huge effort. But at the same time, like, there could be leaks. So what I'd want to do is, whenever, and this is out of experience, is whenever I'm trying to get calls or puts on a certain stock, I look at the shareholding structure. I look at who owns the stock, right? If I see that the major shareholders are shareholders that are outside the US, that basically could be safe from being prosecuted under Rule 10b-5, I could assume that any spike in volume or open interest basically could mean that information has been leaked. Okay, so what I'd want to do in the case of Lucid, because I know that obviously put options are already up, call options are down, what I'd want to do right now is monitor it until like 3 hours, 4 hours before. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be before a session open tomorrow or after, but if it's after, then I'd want to wait for like session to open 3 to 4 hours before close. I'd look at the volume, see what's happening here, and then take my position before earnings. Now, I'm not sure if it's before or after, but again, like that's a strategy. Watching the live on TV is something like cool. I love it. You're watching it on TV. Feel like a celebrity. Okay, cool. So that's for calls and puts. Going back, I can juggle. I still can't believe I'm sharing my screen with you guys. Like it's making me really happy. I don't know why, but I feel like I can share with you content, you know? It's not just me talking about I don't know what and then discussing I don't know who, and then anyway. So as you can see, so that's Nike, and this is the 5 minute. Let's go higher. Let's go on the 1 day. See how did we perform. Look at this. Look at this on the 1 day. On the 1 day, we are pretty much down. Okay, we did 3 bottoms here. Okay, we did 3 bottoms here. If you can look at this, okay, look, we did 3 bottoms here. Okay, so we're reaching a place where I'm assuming we could start bouncing back. Look at the bounce. See this number 120. So I'm not aiming for 120, obviously, but I'm aiming for this level. Look at this, because we had a lot of breaks here because of tariffs. See those gaps here, those empty sections here and then here. Okay, I'm aiming to have those filled, and that would get me to the $80 level, the $72 level, and then the $64 level. Now, to be safe, and that's why I told you I didn't want to call it a safe bet, but I just wanted. Oh shit. Okay, I didn't want to call it a safe bet, but just for the sake of the conversation, I just wanted to kind of tell you how safe it is. It could be. This is the level I'm aiming at, guys. Okay, this is to close this gap. So I'm aiming to have this level kind of closed down, right? So this is the level I wanted to go. 63.12. That would be kind of, to be technical, that would be the level that I'd wanna potentially take profit from. So if I'm buying right now, I would want to take profit at these levels. Okay, at the 63 level, I'd make like $6 on a $57 stock, $58 stock. That's 10%. That's like even more. That's 11%. That's 11-12%. So that's even more. Okay, that's a good trade. That's a good trade. Like this area is a good trade for Nike. This area is a good trade, I think, and that's if we don't go any higher. I mean, I would take profit here if I see the market basically pumping further. If I see Jerome Powell dropping interest rates. If I see Trump going easier on tariffs, I would definitely hold it further. And then my second level would be here, closing that gap here. Okay. My second level would be closing that gap. Why isn't it selecting? Okay, cool. Okay, my second level would be closing that gap. Okay, which would be at $71. Right? That's huge. Like if you take it, for me from 54 to 71, that's huge. That's huge. Like that's 30%. That's position. That's like year-like position. And then the next level, all the way up to even like to, I won't go to 80. I don't think it's that. I think this is the level. That's the level. Yeah, here. So that would be the third level we could reach. We could get to. That would be the $78. Imagine like where we get to 78. That's the third level. That's if you have drop for tariffs, if you have consumer becoming stronger, interest rate dropping, Nike is at 78. So if you think that Trump is gonna drop tariffs, is gonna boost the economy, is gonna deregulate, then $78 is your target for Nike. And that's only from an economic perspective. From a fundamental perspective, because Jimmy asked for this, from a fundamental perspective, basically Nike has laid off a lot of employees already. Nike has a huge brand, a huge brand. And so therefore I don't believe that like the team is not going to leverage. They're very nimble. Management is very proactive and reactive in a constructive way. So in my opinion, first of all, they run on low inventory. They don't have a lot of inventory. They have cheap production cost. They have a high turnover on their merchandise. Why? Because they're event sensitive. What do I mean by event sensitive? So they drop collections based on events and seasons. So if they launch something, they launch it as part of a campaign, and they launch it as part of an event. So it could be for the Olympics, it could be for the World Cup. Remember what's coming next year, and this is where I throw the big ball at you, the big kind of soccer ball, right? What's happening next year, guys? Who can guess what's happening next year? And how do we connect what's happening next year with Nike? What's happening next year, guys? Nothing? No answer? No one wants to answer what's happening next year? Bolocki! There we go. World Cup in the US. So guess which brand is gonna have the biggest exposure when it comes to the World Cup? Exactly, Roy. What brands are gonna have the biggest exposure? Well, guess what? US brands. Why? Because they have the biggest share of the market. So you can imagine that no other company is going to compete with them, at least not easily, because they have the biggest share. And the Trump administration is pushing to promote US brands. So one of the top promoters is going to be is going to be Nike. That's the big ball, and that's the second part of the analysis. The third part of the analysis is if you look at the shareholder structure, if you look at who's buying the stock, who bought the stock, who actually invested in the stock, and you realize that Bill Ackman is one of the biggest investors. And Bill Ackman obviously has some kind of information and is betting on the World Cup and what's going to happen with the World Cup. Okay, so this is how you analyze, guys. So I gave you the fundamentals, I gave you the technical for this stock, and this is how you start really getting into the analysis, start getting into the process of analyzing the stock. Okay. There we go. So just to recap, so I believe that we're heading towards Powell starting to discuss dropping interest rates. It's going to be hard, but I think he might discuss dropping interest rates in this second session, like in June, probably 25 basis points, and see where it goes from there. That's number one. Number two, we're going to have exciting news when it comes to employment on Thursday. And so we're gonna be. I'm not sure if we can watch. Let's see if we can watch it. Wait. Let's see if you can watch CNBC here together or not. We're not allowed to. Track is beautiful. Let's see. Do you think we can watch it together, or they don't permit streaming on stream? Oh, why? Why can I sign in? You think it will work? Loading. I don't think it will work though. They block it. Those fuckers.
1% and a significant proportion of the economy.
They don't let us watch. But why? Maybe CNBC data works. Let's see.
To worry about that.
Literally, Ted Cruz walked by us as you were talking. I should have.
No. It doesn't work. I don't know how. Yes, we can. Many influencers before. I don't know, guys. Stick to English, please. Anyone who speaks in Arabic will be blocked. Okay, I'll check Bloomberg. I'm not sure. Okay, cool. We'll try it out next time. Okay, cool. Okay, guys. So I wanted to test out this live. Basically, we also launched many things. I'm gonna share on Discord, and I'm gonna share on. I think YouTube don't allow watching streams. Okay, maybe no. I think CNBC does block it. Cool. Okay, guys. Perfect. For a first live, this was good. 45 minutes, explained some stuff. Excited. Just trying to get familiar. Now, I still have, if anyone knows, actually, I still have the camera is mirrored. So I'm not sure why. I see myself in the opposite direction. So it's making me nauseous, to be honest. So I'm not sure. I'm getting used to it. Boloki, it's nice to see you. Okay, let's see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. We'll test it out. And try it out with OBS next time. I think I'm gonna try it out with OBS because I think I can flip the screen. Like I can mirror the screen so I can see myself in the right direction, because literally it's making me super nauseous. But yeah, I'm glad you joined, guys, and see you on the next live. Might try to go on a TikTok. I'm not sure. We'll see. But it's interesting. Let me know your thoughts on Discord for those who are on Discord. And let me know your thoughts, your suggestions. Would love to hear them. Okay, and we'll take it from there. Cheers, guys. Love you. Okay, how do we go out? Okay, wait, let me try to stop sharing first of all. Did I stop sharing? Oh, end stream. There we go. End stream. You will no longer be live. Okay, cool.